Are growing for more criminal justice reform in New York.
This time addressing the inequities in some of the ways parole is handled. Jonathan Gordon picks up the story from outside Sing Sing prison in Ossining. Jonathan.
Well, the state legislature has done a lot of work in the area of criminal justice reform when it comes to state prisons, just like Sing Sing here in Ossining. But now, those advocates who were pushing for reform back then are shifting their focus to parole.
Parole justice!
Advocates, family, and former inmates rallying in New Rochelle. They support a pair of bills that change the way state prisons handle early release. Leading the efforts is Jeffrey Deskovic, who was wrongly found guilty of rape and murder at age 17 before having the conviction overturned in 2006.
Prisoners who have been rehabilitated, who can safely be returned back to the city, are remaining incarcerated. So basically, their rehabilitation doesn't matter.
The first bill changes the standard of parole, focusing on the inmate's rehab, not their crime. The second would allow anyone at least 55 years old who has served at least 15 years to get a parole board hearing regardless of how long their sentence is.
Inhumanity of keeping an old elderly person locked up.
Those who support the changes say the bills would encourage people to improve behind bars and release aging inmates who don't often get the medical attention they need. But opponents say this will reduce the consequences of being convicted of a crime and increase the number of high-level criminals back onto the streets.
So, Jonathan, how close are we to getting a vote on these bills?
We're close and also not so close. So the elderly bill is still in committee. That still needs to get voted out into the rest of the legislature. But then you have the fair and timely bill. That's the one that would apply more broadly to everyone in this case. And that one has made it onto the calendar floor. And there is a chance it could be voted on before session ends. And that wraps up for the year in 2 weeks on June 10th. Back to you.